to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Today, a good one in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Jukes out a one-stop. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Flushed out of the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think I got the same thought bubble as all the fans in the stands with that one. You just got to tuck it. Don't try to force the issue. You're out there in the open space. Put your head down and go get the first.
Third and short yardage here. Richardson gets everything he has under this throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Big gain downfield. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Penix to throw again on 2nd. That one's complete over the middle. He's got room to roam here. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here's Penix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
On 2nd down, Robinson. He finds space into the red zone. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From his own end zone, here we go. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Taylor going downfield, it's caught. They get 28 out of that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has his man, that's their rookie from Penn State. Gain of about 8 here, nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and 1, here's Richardson. He has the first over the middle. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
2nd down carry for Taylor. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Taylor. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Escapes the pocket. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jordan Fuller comes up with it.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix out of his end zone. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Finds his back. It's Robinson. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Penix on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Penix now. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, Penix to the air. Short pass brought in. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they take this in for the score. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. But let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, it's Richardson. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Richardson on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the 34. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
To the air with Penix. That one's caught by Mooney. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the 42. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they make the tackle at the 38. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix now on 1st down. Into the hands of Pitts. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Play fake, Penix. Caught just shy of the goal line. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Falcons take a 20-zip lead. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a first and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Richardson. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense up to the line fast. From the 44 here on 2nd down. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. Give them a couple on that carry. 2nd down coming up. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. It's the Colts lined up with a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Forced out to his right, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Colts ready for the punt. Deep for the Falcons, Ray McLeod. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Getting out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and 1, it's Penix. Gets his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Penix off the play action. Sheds off a rusher. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Penix looking to pass. Caught, nice gain left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the shotgun, Penix. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. Koo able to put it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Finds a man right side. Has a little bit up to the 21. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
He's going deep this time. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Penix. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Kwity Paye there to take him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 5. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Penix on 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. not on the same page with his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Clark Phillips with the pick. Starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Connects on the crosser. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. We're well into the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
First throw for the backup now. Throwing the out route complete. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
To the air once more. Here's Jones. He's throwing deep to the left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a small chunk off that lead. Now we'll see them try the point after. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Colts get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Penix here from the gun. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
He has it at the 13. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 7. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Jones now on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Punt team on the field. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. Here comes a screen, Algier. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stops.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Award that tackle to the effort of Laiatu Latu. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Penix. That one complete to Pitts. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. And he'll get it up to the 44.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
It's picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not taking anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. A run here with Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So out now comes the punter. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Now after throwing the pick, we see him injured on the play as well. Nobody wants to see an insult and injury on the same play for him. Hopefully he's just shaken up. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd down, it's Penix. That's caught for the 1st. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons continue piling it on here in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Herbert on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Running it here with Giddens. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too. Yeah. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
3rd and long for him here. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Short pass brought in. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. Room to run inside the 20. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Falcons are running them out of the building. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Chooses to bring this one out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. Wow, wide open here. Complete. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons throwing 6 more on the blowout. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons continue adding on to that lead. To kick it away, here's Pinion. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Now a carry by Giddens. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 4. Falcons getting close and they take him down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. 6 defensive backs out there. Falcons in the dime on 3rd. Takes the handoff, now to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds his back. It's Robinson. There he goes again. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Falcons continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tack on 7 more to their lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From his own end zone, here we go. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a...
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Has it at the 45. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing the out route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Pass it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Robinson. And he will not get to the end zone on our final play. As the stop is made in time, and we're out of time in this game. So the